What's good, all my investor homies? Your boy Kevin. I just sold all of my Bitcoin, all of my Ethereum, every single penny of it sold, and I reallocated those funds into an altcoin. I have been very critical on these cryptocurrency altcoins in the past, so we're going to be doing a deep dive into why I sold Bitcoin and Ethereum and invested all of those proceeds into this altcoin. The crypto markets have been on fire. A lot of eyeballs on the crypto markets, a lot of new buyers, and there's a lot of money to still be made out there. I have the Bitcoin chart pulled up on the screen, and crypto has been hot over the last several weeks. We have been retesting those highs. If we look at the Bitcoin daily chart, we just broke over this prior resistance right here at 53,000. I thought this was a great opportunity to lock in profits and take a little bit off the table. And it's not due to the fact that I think there's anything wrong with Bitcoin or Ethereum. I just think there's a better crypto investment out there that has way more upside, and the risk is very similar to that risk of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if a similar or the same risk, but the upside is way higher, why would you be keeping money in those other cryptocurrencies when this specific cryptocurrency has way more potential? So we're going to be breaking all that down, so you're going to want to stay tuned. Look at this weekly chart for Bitcoin. We are still under those highs of 64,900. I do think we can retest and break out of those highs on Bitcoin and Ethereum as well. If we look at the Ethereum chart, I don't think Ethereum is going to crash. You guys know I love Ethereum. I still do love Ethereum, and I still do think that it can break out over those 4,000, 4,400 highs on the Ethereum chart. But Cardano has way more upside than both Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're here on coinmarketcap.com. Right now, Bitcoin has the largest market cap of all cryptocurrencies. Number 2, Ethereum. And number 3 is Cardano with a giant market cap. But the market cap is still much smaller than that of Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I think we're going to slowly see Cardano creep up in market cap size towards the two giants up there at the top. Bitcoin just surpassed $1 trillion market cap. Ethereum up there, $424 billion market cap. And then we have Cardano with a $70 billion market cap. I think Cardano is a steal at that valuation, and we're going to see over the next few years that it is going to be a player in the crypto space that is going to take over. The reason that I bought Cardano, I invested in Cardano, is I think the cryptocurrency market is going to have a day of reckoning, as all good investments do. What am I talking about? What the hell is a day of reckoning? Every good investment has one. Right? We have 3 phases. When I'm looking at companies that I think have potential, I look at them in 3 phases, okay? Phase number 1 is that you understand that this is different. Apple was different, right? Even though Apple is much different today than what it was when it was first founded, they were something different. Steve Jobs was different. So investors and people realized that Apple could be special. But there was a day of reckoning with Apple when Steve Jobs had to transition the business model and do something different. So phase 1 is that you realize this is different and it has potential. It stands out from the crowd. Phase 2 is that you realize that maybe that original idea is not where the business is headed or the company's headed 5 years from now, and we need to change up a little bit. That is the day of reckoning. Look at Netflix. Netflix started out as something different than it is today. But people realized that it had potential. They switched up that business model, and they are the behemoth that they are today. Look at gold. Cavemen said, ooh, shiny, different, shiny. And then it eventually evolved, and there's a lot of applications and uses for gold other than just a store of value. And that's what we're heading into. Application. I think application is so important with cryptocurrency. Bitcoin, really just a store of value, right? There's really not that much application, and you're maybe thinking to yourself, Kevin, well, you can buy anything with Bitcoin. You can go down and buy a pizza or a car or whatever you want with Bitcoin. True, you can pay for stuff with Bitcoin, but it's a pain in the ass, right? It takes 15 minutes, 20 minutes for the transaction to go through sometimes. It's not fast, and there's not that much application. And 99% of people buying Bitcoin are not buying Bitcoin to go out and spend it. They're not buying Bitcoin to use it for anything. They're buying Bitcoin to store value, maybe as an investment, and hopefully beat inflation. That's not sustainable. And eventually Bitcoin is going to have that day of reckoning where investors say, wait a second, there are other cryptocurrencies out there that offer that store of value, but also have application. And I think once investors realize that, money is going to start flooding into those cryptocurrencies that have the most use, that can be used for things. And that's why I bought Cardano, sold my Bitcoin and bought Cardano. Yes, Ethereum has use as well. Ethereum's faster than Bitcoin. Ethereum has application, but I believe in Cardano's application more so than Ethereum's. So both are risky. Cryptocurrency carries inherent risk, and if anybody says otherwise, they're an idiot. Every investment carries risk. Crypto is going to carry way more risk than just throwing your money in a stock index fund or investing in a big company like Apple, but your upside is capped as well. So that's why I think Cardano is a great investment. We'll talk about the application in just here in a second, and that's really the thesis of why I sold out of Bitcoin and Ethereum and bought Cardano ADA. Because application, because of use, and eventually that day of reckoning will come and investors are going to want to see application. Cardano and Ethereum are very similar. They both have the smart contract feature that I absolutely love. That was the reason that I had invested in Ethereum in the first place, was the smart contracts. But however, there are some key differences that I like a lot. Ethereum runs on a proof of work system right now, which is basically how the blockchain reaches consensus. So it's validating these transactions. These miners who have these mining graphics cards going, they're validating all the transactions on the Ethereum network. So this proof of work is based on an advanced form of math. This form of math is called cryptography, and that is why cryptocurrencies are called cryptocurrencies, because the proof of work is based on cryptography. A little fun fact there. So it's these mathematical equations, they're powerful, and only these big graphic cards, like these NVIDIA graphic cards on these mining machines, can solve these equations. And these equations are validating the transactions. When you buy a pizza with crypto, the transaction is validated by this form of math. So this proof of work is absolutely awesome. It was a crazy invention, mind-blowing, but there are some problems with it. Okay, so it's hard. It requires a lot of power, energy to solve these equations. The equations are so difficult, you have to have a big network of miners out there. And what is bad about it? Electricity costs are out the ass. We have seen Elon Musk come out against Bitcoin in the past because of all the electricity the proof of work system uses. Also, a little bit slower. Proof of stake, more efficient. You don't need as much power, and Cardano runs on that proof of stake system. The initial benefits of the Cardano proof of stake system are that it's a fairer and more equal mining system. It's also more scalable for transactions, and it has a less draining on the energy infrastructure. It doesn't require as much energy. Proof of work, every time a transaction is sent, it takes about 10 minutes for the network to confirm it. Furthermore, the Bitcoin blockchain, or the proof of work system, whatever you want to call it, can only handle about 7 transactions per second, and that is just too slow. Ethereum's a little bit faster than Bitcoin on that proof of work system, but Cardano's proof of stake system is way, way faster. It does get a little more complex than that, but that is basically the gist of it. Well, you may be thinking, well, the proof of work that Ethereum uses may be better than that of Cardano's, but Ethereum 2.0 is switching to Cardano's system. So if Ethereum's system was better, then they would just leave it. But they're switching to Cardano's proof of stake system, which tells me that Cardano nailed it the first time around. Cardano now has that first mover advantage, which I think is absolutely huge. They're already building on that proof of stake system. Ethereum is wasting time trying to transition to that system. Cardano is going to be leaps and bounds ahead of Ethereum. There's so much potential with these smart contracts. The potential is literally limitless. I see so many applications out there that these smart contracts are going to make much easier. How about buying real estate, selling real estate? How about going to the car dealership, buying a car? I mean, the application is literally limitless, and the upside is absolutely massive. Remember the cryptocurrency 3-4 years ago? There was the big four. There was Bitcoin, Ethereum, then you had Litecoin. What's happened to Litecoin is that it's just fallen off the map, and now it has the 15th biggest market cap in the cryptocurrency space. And we had these other coins that have application come up and just beat it down. I'm not saying Bitcoin or Ethereum are going to crash. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is I think Cardano is going to continue climbing up the ladder here on this market cap list. Remember now, Ethereum's market cap is much bigger than that of Cardano. 70 billion versus 424 billion. So my 3 to 5 year target is for Cardano to overtake Ethereum in market cap size. And to top it all off, the Cardano chart is absolutely gorgeous. It is trading off the highs by a bigger percentage than Bitcoin and Ethereum, and it's also bull flagging. And I loaded the absolute boat. And here's my thinking on this. We have tons and tons and tons of support in this area right here. Tons of support. I mean, look at all the trading action and volume that happened in this area. We're consolidating right above that area. My thesis on this trade or this investment is that we hold that level, that $2 support area that is so key, and we break out and go to the moon. This is a long-term investment for most of my position. I'll probably active trade maybe 25% of what I hold and sell on the pops, buying back on the dips, but 75% of the money that I have invested in Cardano is going to be a long-term investment. I'm not ripping on Bitcoin or Ethereum either. I still think there is a lot of upside with both of those cryptos. But I just believe that there's already risk involved. I think Cardano's upside is way higher. So why have my money in something that I think something else is going to perform better? It doesn't make sense. So I bought Cardano. I know it's probably better to have a little bit diversification going on. I'm going to be probably looking to buy back some Bitcoin and Ethereum on the next dip. But right now, I thought it was a good time to reallocate my crypto. I hope you guys got something of value from this video. I'll probably do another deeper and more in-depth analysis on Cardano here in the next couple of weeks. Just wanted to touch base on what I'm doing with my crypto holdings right now with you guys. I love all of you, and I will catch you in the next video. Until next time, peace.